I wasn't ever good at math. I was always promised no math. There will be no math on this show. So
maybe by the end you'll be good at it.
I know. And then, is math related to science?
What? Hello and welcome to How to Be an Icon. I am Jarred Jones. I'm joined by Donna Cameron. How are you doing today?
Hi. I want to say that I'm doing really well, Jarred, but you can look at me and you can see that is not the case.
Yeah, you got a little sunburn yesterday. It was quite warm outside, and you look like a drumstick lolly, which, if you don't know what that is, if you Google one of those, you'll see, because they are like white and pink. It's kind of like that, or like a squishy, like a drumstick squishy. If you search that, you'll get kind of an idea of what.
I'm a whole bunch of colours, and I did the thing where it was just cloudy enough that I thought I didn't need to bother, and now I'm very bothered.
Yes, you're very red. But other than that, are you doing okay?
I'm doing wonderfully. I'm doing very, very well. Having a good week.
Yes, very good.
Been doing a fun one this week.
We sure are, but before we get into that, if you haven't already, please, if you'd like to follow us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever your podcast platform of choice is, we would really appreciate it if you gave us a 5-star review, and if you leave us a comment down below what your favorite Katy Perry moment is, or song, or album. Anything that you like about Katy Perry.
Just tell us what you think about Katy Perry, because that is who we're talking about today, guys.
We sure are. This is a Your Week episode.
Oh, it sure is. This one, I've loved it.
Yeah, and you've really hit the jackpot on the...
the timing!
on this has been...
I thought I was going to be a bit late to the party with this, but no.
No, you're really
Our
on
girl
there.
Katy keeps doing stuff.
She sure does. I love Katy Perry. I think she's very...
So do I.
Oh, man, it's such an interesting one, because we're going to get more into it as we go. But like early Katy Perry stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
Really good, in fact, in some parts.
Some of it's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah. And then she sort of becomes like a real cringe millennial core aunt. And like it's like, it feels like, I never go on Facebook, but it feels like, you go on your Facebook and be like, oh, what's Aunt Katy been up to? Oh no, she's in space.
She's in space, and she's like still posting stuff from her Tumblr.
Yeah, she's
as well. It's a lot of Tumblr in there.
Yeah, she's like making vague posts about her friend Taylor, just saying stuff like, "Come on, Kate."
And
like,
then a
get over
picture
it.
of a tiger being like, "Feel the power inside of yourself."
It's a lot of live, laugh, love.
Oh,
so much live, laugh, love. I live, laugh, love it though. That's the thing. Like,
I don't.
I mean, again, there's parts of it where I go, "Oh God, oh no," but other parts of it where it's like, all right.
Yes, we're here
Let's
for
put
it.
that woman in a rocket and send her to space.
Woo! She's going to the moon. Oh, now she's just running around that arena doing laps.
Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot about the Star Wars.
How have you forgotten about the Lifetime tour already? It's still ongoing.
It's still ongoing, but that's the thing of like, you look at it and you go, oh my God, what is she doing? Like,
this is such a big one because you have given me grief for years that, as far as I was concerned, culture stopped after the Teenage Dream album. Because for a while, I did have a sizable gap in my pop culture knowledge.
So Donna's musical pop culture knowledge goes 2010's Teenage Dream, 2024's Brat, and everything in between that is just like a complete wasteland to you.
It is a bit of a misnomer. Yeah. I'm just
like,
doing other
Brat
stuff.
came along and you're like, oh, music. Now, Donna, is that because the Brat sounds like 2010, or is it like...
No comment.
Okay.
I will not deal with this on my episode.
I'm sorry, of course, this is your episode.
As always, though, before we start, Jarred, what's her favorite drink?
So I don't know why I've got this. Maybe it's just because I think of Katy Perry and I think of like, ice cream and her shooting whipped cream out of her boobs. I just have like a cream beverage based in mind. I'm like, is it milk?
That's so gross. I'm going to have a bad opinion of the first person we get whose favorite drink is milk, because I think drinking milk as an adult is suspicious.
What about a White Russian?
Well, that's fine. It's got alcohol in it.
Okay.
A creamy Jonathan?
Ah, yes.
I love that tweet. No, so her favorite drink, according to her, is the purple loon flavor from her non-alcoholic beverage line, Dessert. I did also see that she likes a red wine and she loves a very cold rosé when she's in vacation mode.
Hell yeah, I mean, don't we all?
She's such a rosé girly.
She's such a rosé mum is what she is.
And is it a sweet or a dry rosé, do we think? Because I think it's a sweet.
I think it's a sweet, and I also think that she says she drinks red wine. I think she drinks sangria is what she drinks.
No, that's true.
I want it with the fruit. I want it all floating round. That's so fun. That's so fun and fruity.
You could put an Echo Falls in a jug and she'd house it.
That's true.
Well, let's get into it. Kathleen Elizabeth Hudson, born on October 25th, 1984, professionally known as Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
She grew up in Santa Barbara in a really affluent area to Pentecostal pastors Mary Christine and Maurice Keith Hudson. Her parents did the really fun thing of being hippies in the 60s, getting like super disillusioned by that, so becoming really intense Christians.
Yeah, that's, that'll happen. And
happened a bunch. They both turned to religion because her dad was a West Coast hippie and her mum had a bad marriage in Zimbabwe that I couldn't find any further information on.
I don't know what that means, but
neither do I, right?
Bad Marriage in Zimbabwe sounds like an album for a British band that were around in the mid 2000s, and they did 2 albums and then we never heard from them again.
Oh man,
it's like the Fratelli's 4th album, Bad Marriage in Zimbabwe.
Yeah. They actually played it live for the first time. The second time Amy Winehouse wore shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, you know the one. She moved around a lot, but eventually settled in Santa Barbara. She attended a lot of religious camps and 2 very expensive private Christian schools.
Okay.
She attended one summer camp, which was a Christian surf camp, where every day they would all hold hands and pray for big waves. Which is so equally wholesome and terrifying, Oh,
that's so radical, dude. But you know what else is radical? Letting Christ into your life. When you walk on the beach, you see 2 footprints. One of them is God's, or whatever that phrase is.
Sure.
You know, I don't know. I can't remember the quote.
Oh, it's because he's carrying you.
He's giving you a lift or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Despite all of this, the family did struggle financially. They were using food stamps, and they even tended to take money from the church's own food banks.
Okay.
And again, it's that weird thing sometimes where people have a lot of assets but no money.
Yeah, asset rich, catch poor.
Yeah, a lot of that. Growing up, they were not allowed to eat Lucky Charms because the word lucky was too close to Lucifer.
That's,
And
hey, Donna, you don't know how the devil gets into your house, right? Right? You need to understand this. Look at Monster Energy. Short top, long tail.
Short top, long
tail. Bottoms up, and the devil laughs.
Well, it's funny you should mention the devil because deviled eggs had to be referred to as angeled eggs. Some real Ned Flanders
that
level.
That really is some Flanderization stuff going on.
It made me think of Flanders nachos.
Flanders nachos are just cucumber and cottage cheese.
They didn't even really have secular music in the house. She grew up listening to gospel music. But then she went around to some friend's house.
Oh boy.
And she heard, what's that? What's this rock and roll beat that I hear? She heard Queen for the first time at her friend's house, and she tells the story where she's like, I sat on the bed and I just stared at the TV. Who knows? That.
Yeah,
I reckon if you've never heard anything other than Christian music,
Queen's quite out there, I guess.
But she really liked Queen, Alanis Morissette, and Joan Jett, these very kind of alternative, edgy singers. She had been vocal training since she was 9, and she often sang at church.
Yeah.
She received a guitar when she was 13. She also took dance classes learning swing, Lindy Hop, and the jitterbug. Da-da-da, ya-da-da. All those kind of
for all the sock ups that she was going to.
Well, ballet's too sexy.
That's true, yeah. And you got to pull yourself a man at the box social, so you better get down there.
But she kind of demonstrates early on that she has a performing background. She's learning to sing. She's learning to dance. She finishes high school at 15 to pursue a music career. And she went to study at Music Academy West, where she studied gospel and classical opera.
Wow.
Yeah, so she has a little bit of classic training in there as well. She got the attention of some country singers who just happened to attend her parents' congregation.
Okay.
Honestly, I bet getting into Christian music's so easy because everyone knows everyone else.
I think there's definitely a little bit of that. I mean, there's a bit of a case of that with the music industry, general anyway. But
yeah, but I guess if you also have, but Jesus would love this. There's a little bit of pressure on it.
Oh, you play Jesus in attack mode.
Yeah.
That's
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Exactly.
This took her to Nashville, where she recorded some demos and like really learned to play the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2001, she releases her album Katy Hudson, which was distributed by now defunct Christian record label Red Hill Records.
2001.
Yeah, she is 16-ish at this time.
That's the other thing as well, because like I was reading earlier, she's only 40 years old.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things of like she has been around for like the past 20 years, but she really did like start very young. So that's...
she knew what she wanted to do. She knew she wanted to be famous. She wanted to be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to like half of this album.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
No. It's
not bad though. Like if you remember, it's a 16-year-old. Like it's some real like Kelly Clarkson, Alanis Morissette like girl ballad. Stuff.
Yeah. Oh, very of the time, very popular. Like, and yeah, I suppose like Christian music is a hard sell for, you know, it kind of, especially here in the UK, we just do not have that. That is just not a thing.
No, we really don't have the market for it.
Yeah, that really doesn't like cross over. But I know in the States, it's very much like it's its own corner of music. Like it's, you know, and there's very few crossover. So
it sold less than 200 copies.
Which
is kind of sad. You can't find it anywhere. I found it on YouTube.
Well, that's the problem. You know, you're not going to sell any more copies if you can't find it on the internet. Get some SEO on there, Katie. We'll get that going. We've got a Twitter page. We've got an Instagram, which you should be following, by the way. So we
had to be an icon pod on Instagram. Do it. It's really funny. We started making videos.
We sure have. And yeah, we're also going to start a YouTube channel as well. So, but we can do that for you, Kate, if you're listening.
Come on, hit us up.
Hit us up.
I know you're not busy right now.
And look, you need to pivot. So let's go back to Christian. You know, Katy Hudson.
All the way round.
All the way round.
I'm really sorry to disappoint you. She did do that in not her last tour, the one before, where she came out as Katy Hudson again.
Oh,
I know. She beat you to it.
Damn. It's not quite like Mick Foley coming out as Mankind or Cactus Jack. You're just like, oh, okay. Well.
Quick though, how would you feel if Katy Perry came out as Mankind?
Now that I'm here for. That
The Undertaker throws her off the top of the cell?
Oh my God. I mean, her shows are pretty crazy, to be fair. So, like, the thought of her being thrown off like a miniature Hell in a Cell. I'm sort of thinking like Spinal Tap, you know, when they've got the little Stonehenge.
It's like, no, we wanted it to be bigger. Like, you only drew it on a napkin. Red Hill Records also went out of business in 2001.
Oh, no.
I couldn't determine if Katy Perry bankrupted Red Hill Records.
No.
But, like, I don't think she saved them.
Oh, they really like, come on, Kate.
Come on, this is going to be the one.
This is going to be the one.
It wasn't the one. But she toured the album for 46 solo dates.
Damn,
Again, as a kid.
Yeah,
like,
that is impressive. Like, that's...
At 17, she moved to LA to work with Glenn Ballard.
Oh, okay.
Ballard. I think it's Ballard, but I keep saying Ballard because if you work in the music industry and your surname is Ballard...
I mean, yeah, the CEO of Nintendo of America, Doug Bowser.
Great
it's like,
shit.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, that's just how it happens. These things are fortuitous.
She sought him out very deliberately because he had previously been Alanis Morissette's producer.
Oh, okay.
And saw a thing and went, I'm going to go work with him.
Right.
Again, she's like really like eyes on the prize as a kid. And this is when she changes her name to Katy Perry.
I think it's a better shout.
Perry's her mum's maiden name.
Yeah.
And this is speculation entirely on my part,
Okay.
but she changes her name and she moves into secular music. And I think it's a little bit of not distancing herself from Christian music, but I think she realized that's not profitable.
There is definitely so I think with Christian music, it's a real thing of you kind of got to build up that audience, but you're always going to be stuck there. You're going to be pigeonholed into that thing. It's quite difficult for explicitly Christian artists to then transfer to like the sort of secular music industry. And I think if you get too stuck in there, you're probably never really gonna like jump over. So yeah, and it's quite common for the other way, completely different. They'll let people who are previously secular only right back into they'll be like, oh yeah, come on in,
come on, welcome, the door's open.
But the other way it's more difficult.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, because there's also a lot of people in documentaries and say like she wanted to kind of move away from this Christian upbringing. It is, by the sounds of it, very intense, and she's kind of rebellious anyway. I don't know how much it is a kind of cynical choice to get her towards her goal, or if it's more just like you kind of want to move naturally away from those things anyway. I think it's a little bit of both.
I think judging by what music comes after this and what she ends up making, there's not much of a market for that in the like sort of Christian music sector. It's they like their like sort of ballads, they like their country-esque kind of thing.
There's not really a space for the type of pop music she goes on.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I agree. In 2004, she signs with Glenn Ballard's now defunct record label, Island Def Jam Music Group, where she was eventually introduced to an A&R executive from still functioning record label, Columbia.
Yes, right.
A earlier version of the script had more record labels that she'd been involved with. All of them are defunct. And I got fed up of writing now defunct record label.
Yep.
She starts writing and records her debut album, Fingerprints, for Columbia, but she is dropped in 2006 before it's finished.
Oh, man.
Some of those songs end up going to Kelly Clarkson as Long Shot, or Rock God was given to Selena Gomez. So if you know those songs, good for you.
It's quite common. The one that I always think of is Party in the USA, originally written for Jessie J.
Which is so weird.
And they gave it to Miley Cyrus. And the other one, Umbrella, originally written for Britney Spears.
Whoa, that's kind of crazy.
She turned it down. But to be fair to her, at the time, she had other things going on,
She is making very slow progress at this time. She gets a song on the 2005 movie, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I, again, completely forgot about that until I saw it again. She does the backing vocals for a Mick Jagger song called Old Habits Die Hard, which was included in the soundtrack of the 2004 film Alfie, starring Jude Law.
Oh,
do you all feel old yet?
Oh, the Alfie remake. Yeah, I do remember that.
But like, it's slow. She's working, she's appearing in things, she's kind of showing up here and there.
She's doing the grind, that kind of like star building bit.
And then in 2007, she's put in front of Jason Flom, the chairman of Virgin Records. He listens to a bunch of demos, sits around and like plays with one of those like Newton's cradles on his desks for 6 months and whatever record executives do. And then decides she's going to be a really big star.
That happens.
It was like, you just kind of pondered it for 6 months.
Yeah. No. You know what? I like it, yeah.
It feels like he moved something and went, oh, yeah, it's a Katy Perry kid. Yeah, go on, she'll be massive.
Yeah, give it a go.
But he did say she needed a big hit. She needed something to kind of get her over the noise. Mm-hmm. And this is where she is paired with Dr. Luke, whose credits, this is verbatim what I wrote, whose credits include Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA and Kelly Clarkson's My Life Would Suck Without You, and more famously, that lawsuit against him from Kasha.
Yeah, we're not going to wade too much into that.
We're not, but he's a scumbag.
Yeah, it's safe to say. And Katy would never work with him now, right? We'll get on to that.
Together, they wrote I Kissed a Girl and they wrote Hot and Cold.
Now, Hot and Cold, that song. Oh, absolute goddamn.
Woo!
That's such a good song. Like, I've been listening to it a bunch. And
it's fantastic. It's such a perfect pop song.
It really is. It's like the perfect like tempo. It's so like upbeat. You like go in, and the lyrics are simple yet effective. And that's,
you have a chorus that is not instructional, but just enough that you can dance to it.
Yeah, it gives you kind of like prompts that you can go
do actions too, up and down, in and out. However, they actually started this album campaign the November before by releasing You're So Gay.
Now, not Katy Perry's best.
Please listen to it.
It's the most 2008 of things ever sounded.
I hope you hang yourself with your H&M scarf while jerking off listening to Mozart. You bitch and moan about LA. Well, you wish you were in the rain reading Hemingway. You don't eat meat and drive electric cars.
You know?
What?
Now,
you're so gay and you don't even like boys.
Now, obviously, like, this is 2008.
Things were so different.
Things were so different. She doesn't drop an F word slur in there, which is surprising. That's like shows real restraint on the part of. But yeah, it's her first album. One of the Boys is a good album in sort of. It's got good singles.
It's got some real good singles.
It's got some real good singles on it. And then you do hit that one and you go, oh, okay, all right, well, you know, let's not, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely baffling. And it's that thing of, for people who are a bit younger, stuff from the early 2000s may as well be from the 70s.
Yeah, it really
the way
should,
that you go, what do you mean? And this is not even that, like, you couldn't make that joke. It's not even that. It's actually some of the most out-of-pocket stuff.
Yeah.
Humanly possible.
Yeah, it really is.
Reality television was at its height. It was the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
We never will be as cruel so willingly on camera as we were then.
Mm-hmm. And like, you know, Katy Perry's really leaning into the fact of like, yeah, I'm a hot woman, but like I'm one of the boys. Like I'm one of the guys. Like I drink beer. I talk about things that women don't talk about.
I'm here to tell you that you're gay.
Yeah, you're so gay. You know, it's a lot of that. It's like I say, it's aged like milk. It's like really kind of, you know, like unfortunate in the sense of like, you know, 10 years on, that would be like completely just totally defunct.
And just like not acceptable to say.
Not acceptable in any way
Starting a
whatsoever.
car with, I hope you hang yourself.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like that's such a like, oh my God. Like, what are you thinking? Like,
but it was huge.
Yeah,
at the time.
it was.
People really liked it. In an interview in April of 2008, Madonna on the John Jay and Rich show states You're So Gay is her favorite song at the time. And she got into a bit of online beef with Perez Hilton, who stated that he liked it before she did.
Yes. Perez Hilton. That's a name from round then that you just go, oh my God. We were awful back then. We really were.
We truly were.
Like
Perez Hilton might be one of the worst people to have ever lived, and I don't even say that as a joke.
Just like, my God. But like, yeah, I do remember this sort of popping off around the time of like Katy Perry being the biggest thing in the world. Yeah. And again, Madonna at that point in time, she did still have quite a bit of weight and sway in the.
It was huge, and people do kind of pin that on not making her career, but really like helping her out early on.
It put her on the map.
To have Madonna go, oh, I love this song.
It's going to do wonders when Madonna says about our podcast, which I know she listens to.
Hi, Madge.
Hey, Madge. How you doing?
One of the Boys came out and it was a massive success. I Kissed a Girl was #1 on the Billboard charts in the UK charts. Hot and Cold peaked at #3. It got a bit of a mixed review, but kind of girl pop albums at the time did anyway, because we were a bit like, ooh, women, dumb. There was a little bit of that as well happening.
Yeah, we did watch like one of the Katy Perry terrible documentaries that are out there. There are a billion of them. And they really...
American pop star Katy Perry, known for her eclectic style and a funky dance. Every single one of these documentaries is like this.
Yeah. And they really made a point of being like, oh, it was so controversial and stuff. But I don't think it was. I feel like not Hot and Cold, I Kissed a Girl would get more of a controversial reaction now than it did at the time.
Ooh, well, I'm gonna get into this because I remember hearing I Kissed a Girl in high school and it like blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Because before the only song we had about kissing girls was All the Things She Said by Tattoo, which is not about kissing girls, but you know it's about kissing girls.
Oh, that video.
Oh
my God.
But for me, it was like, oh, you can kiss girls and it doesn't have to be a massive deal.
Yeah.
Now, I will disagree. Kissing girls is very serious business.
It's very serious business. My goodness. If you're taking it so lightly, then I don't think you're in it for the love of the sport.
I was going to say, if you're listening to this episode and you are flippant when it comes to kissing girls, I'm sorry. You're not an icon.
You're not an icon. You got to be very serious about kissing girls, okay?
We'll get to how serious Katy Perry is to kissing girls in a moment. The song did receive backlash from both LGBT groups and anti-LGBT groups.
Mm-hmm.
The anti-LGBT groups didn't like it because they disliked the very serious business of kissing girls.
Mm-hmm.
And a Christian magazine published by Focus on the Family, if you recognize that name, they are bonkers.
Yep.
They liken Katy Perry's transition from gospel singer to pop star to an episode of Girls Gone Wild. But LGBT groups also didn't like it because they thought it was insincere and performative. AllMusic.com in an article said, the problem is not with Katy's gender bending. It's that her heart isn't in it and she's just using it to get her places.
Again, not taking it seriously, you know?
Slant Magazine also agreed and said, it isn't problematic because it promotes homosexuality, but because it's an appropriation of a gay lifestyle that exists for the sole purpose of garnering attention, both from her boyfriend and her audience.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an unfair criticism, but I also think that Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl is not worth thinking about that much. Like,
not really. It's not.
And
I hate this phrase. I think it's reductive and it kind of shuts down anything. But it's not that deep.
It's Katy Perry. I think if we can all agree that Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl is not that deep.
And yeah, we're not saying it in that like, it's that deep.
And I'm also not saying as well that if you had, I know a lot of people had a lot of experiences whilst listening to that song. I mean, like, oh my God.
Important.
Very important to them. And that, absolutely, 100%. I'm not going to discount that. I'm just saying that the song was not written with that intention.
She did use it to leverage a cherry chapstick sponsorship.
Exactly. Like, it's not that deep, bro, okay?
But it did lead us all in the 2010s to ask the question, does Katy Perry kiss girls? And just like how The Rock can't make up his mind whether he's actually gone to In-N-Out Burger, Katy Perry couldn't make up her mind whether she had or had not kissed a girl. So, in a 2008 interview with Santa Barbara magazine, she said, I like to kiss boys, but there's no doubt in my mind if Angelina Jolie came calling, who wouldn't pucker up?
Again, that doesn't sound like very serious girl kissing.
She told the New Gay News the same year that she'd actually never kissed a girl. She said it was a fantasy. It's a song about curiosity. The same year at a fundraiser, she stated the song was inspired by a crush at school, but she had never kissed a girl. Also that year, she did an interview with OK Magazine, and when asked, she replied, of course, I think I was 19. I kissed a girl and it was great. In 2010, in a YouTube interview, she stated that she had previously kissed girls. And finally, in a Vanity Fair interview in 2011, she had kissed many girls, but did not wish to discuss it with sleazy male interviewers. Which says a lot about whoever was interviewing her for the New Gay Magazine.
I was going to say, sleazy new gay guy.
But she has a year of just going, oh, I've kissed loads of girls, I've never kissed a girl.
And again, I think this ties back to the thing of, it's not that deep, bro. She's not thought about it. Like, she's clearly not thought about it. This is the thing about this, right? I always think it's about politicians. It's like, you know that question's going to get asked. Why
have
do you
an answer?
Have an answer. Like, why?
Or never answer it.
Or never answer it. Like, why? When you write a song called I Kissed a Girl and I liked it, how do you not go, well, they're going to ask that question, so I'll come up with an answer.
Yeah.
Be it real or not, I'll come up with something to say. And like I say, I think it's about politicians all the time. It's like, you come up with this law and then someone goes, why did you do that? They go, I don't know. I just, like...
And like, this is not a discussion of someone's sexuality. It's not our place to do that. And that's honestly not what we're doing here.
No.
It tickled me just that in every interview she gave a completely different answer. Like, we wouldn't check. And the other thing, and that I sort of remembered because I was doing the date math in my head, I think we forget just how big queer baiting in the early 2010s was.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Because it was only a couple of years later we got Sherlock, and which I would say is like the height of it.
Yeah, I think that's the point. That's kind of where the bubble bursts on that, where people go, all right, okay.
Okay, I know what we're doing.
Can we
but
not?
there was a lot of that, of being queer was both more accepted, but in doing so, you're being a little edgy.
Yeah.
So we're blurring the edges on it a little bit. Perry has always stated that she is an LGBT ally. She does a lot of, not a lot of fundraising, but she has done things, and she appears in the It Gets Better campaign. But like, come on, just like remember, Dwayne, have you been to In-N-Out? Katie, have you kissed a girl or not? I don't care what the answer is. I just need you to know the answer.
Yeah, right.
In 2008, she joined the Warped Tour, which I remember when I was reading this being like, weird. That's like a metal tour. But she was being marketed as like alternative, a bit scene kid. That sort of like...
She's very much on the LaRue and Veronica's kind of wavelength.
I would say closer to the Veronicas. It's like not somewhere between emo, just above emo.
Yeah, like you say, it's like scene kid, you know, like all that kind of like colourful neon, big hair, you know, a lot of that.
I saw a lot of things of her claiming that she invented wearing Converse with rockabilly dresses, which I'm absolutely going to push back on.
No,
that was everywhere at the time.
Yeah.
But she showed up doing these shows at the Warped Tour and kind of holding her own in them. She then goes on to do her solo tour, Hello Katy. And also starts a fight with Lily Allen.
Okay. I mean, it's easy to do.
I was going to say, how did you describe Lily Allen the other day?
I mean, I think that she'll kind of like, she'll get in an argument with her own shadow, you know? I feel like just by us mentioning her name, we are potentially putting ourselves in the crossfire. Oh, shit, is that Keith?
Sorry, we'll be back.
Is that lit? No, it's Keith Allen. It's Keith Allen. We're all right. Okay, we're fine. The Sheriff of Nottingham. We're all right. We're all good. It's okay.
And I will defend... So, first of all, you weren't a celebrity in the 2000s if Lily Allen didn't have a go at you.
Dude, are you a celebrity if Lily Allen doesn't fight with you now, you know?
That's very true. But Katy Perry did start it. She was in an interview and got asked about something, and she was like, oh yeah, I'm a skinnier version of Lily Allen. To which Lily Allen popped off.
I mean, it's a little bit like, what are you doing? Like, what? But then again, I think it's the thing of like, well, again, you've got to get in a fight with Lily Allen. That is part of being a celebrity, especially in the late 2000s. So just pop off, I guess.
Yeah. She also did my favorite song at this time, where she collabed with 303.
Oh my goodness. What an absolute.
Tight jeans, double D's, making me go.
Absolutely.
LOVE is just a word I never learned to pronounce. But I miss 303 all the time. They're the last people to make real music. Couldn't even say that without laughing. Well, it's about to get grubbier. Because in 2008, Katy Perry broke up with her then boyfriend and met her future husband, an actual joke of a human being, Russell Brand.
Now, so there's a lot of thoughts on this one. Obviously, Russell Brand is a,
controversial British comedian, Russell Brand.
Yes. And, like, I am not going to, like, go to bat for him in any way whatsoever.
Oh, God,
now.
no.
No. But, he was hot stuff back then. He was very, very on the rise.
You could not open a UK newspaper without him being in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is kind of like what we didn't know at the time, but I think has definitely, with hindsight, is the peak of his career. Like, after this, it does kind of taper off.
Yes, yeah.
I think when he starts, like, being like, I'm Jesus, it's like, okay, all right. And now he goes, I was joking or whatever, but it's like,
no, you didn't, Russell. You did think you were Jesus.
But
now he just believes in Jesus.
Now he just believes in Jesus. Isn't that fun? And I remember a lot of people at the time being like, wow, these two, I don't see it. I never felt that. I was never like, oh, I don't get it. I can absolutely see how those two end up together.
It makes sense at the time. Like, if you were in the moment of it, you really do go, oh yeah, no, obviously. Because I feel like we had a lot of these like weird celebrity pairings. I played you a clip from his Radio 2 show, which I feel like I'm the only person in the world who remembers it in so much detail.
No. Andrew Sachs's family remembers it. They remember
Oh,
it.
God,
Jonathan Ross remembers it.
No, Jonathan Ross doesn't remember it.
He tries as hard as he can to forget about it. Like,
He washed that right off himself, and Russell had to move to America. I played you some of that interview, and it's garbage.
it really is. It's like the most student radio, but there is kind of a charm about it. Like, my favorite part about it is the fact that Noel Gallagher is just there. He's just sat in the corner.
This was probably the best thing about this Radio 2 show, was that he's very good friends with Noel Gallagher and would just get him to sit in the room sometimes, even though he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So you just have well-known curmudgeon muttering to himself slightly off mic.
And honestly, though, if I could call up Noel Gallagher and ask him what he thought about Katy Perry or any of the people that we talked about, absolutely. Oh my God, I'd get him on here so quickly.
The other bit he does is going, so have you got a boyfriend? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, where is he? And she admits, she goes, oh, he's like 3 stories down. He can't hear us.
Yeah.
That was enough to woo her over, I guess, because
no account for taste, you know?
They got engaged in India 6 months after meeting. They were divorced 2 years later, and Russell Brand did so via text.
Wah, wah.
They also didn't have a prenup.
Ooh.
Which meant he could have taken up to $22 million off of her that she made while they were together, but eventually declined. The video, there's a bit in her documentary where you see her get that text.
Yeah.
And like, look, I'm going to goof on Katy Perry a lot throughout of this because she's a bit silly. No one deserves that.
No, that's awful.
So rough. She's like devastated.
Yeah.
And it's as she's waiting in the lift to go up, she's got her costume on and she just can't stop crying. And as the lift's going up, you can almost see her start to panic as she goes, I need to get my shit together because at the top of this, I'm going to be on stage.
Yeah.
And there's just like this very, very quick moment where she just smiles and like puts it on.
Yeah.
And like it breaks your heart a little bit because like we've all had to do that. We've all had to walk into a room and be like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
To do that in front of an arena.
Yeah.
And then
that is rough.
You know,
and fair play to her. Like
we're like I said, we're gonna goof and make fun on her. It takes a hell of a lot of skill to be able to do that, even to do it poorly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so props to her there. But shortly after this, she began working on the album Prism. But I got something more important to talk about first.
Okay.
A feud with Taylor Swift.
Right, yeah.
Katy and Taylor started out originally as friends. Swift saying on Twitter, watching Waking Up in Vegas, I love Katy Perry. I think I'm going to hang a poster of her on my wall.
It's all starting so well. But
Perry replied, you're as sweet as pie. Let's write a song together about a subject we know best. It'll be brilliant.
A subject we know best.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, you know?
I like fishing. Do you think? No? Not crochet. Chess?
I know quite a lot about like agriculture.
I know a little bit about early Russian history, sort of around the time of the revolution, sort of like Lenin and all that. Do you think like?
What about Cuban Missile Crisis?
No, I don't know that one.
Oh, laundry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Okay. They were also seen hugging at the 2011 VMAs Awards and would publicly exchange birthday wishes online.
Oh my goodness, girly.
But things started to change 2 years after Taylor Swift dated John Mayer in 2009. Katy Perry also dated him. Taylor Swift releases Bad Blood and states that it's about another woman in the industry. In a 2014 Rolling Stones article, she states, I'm straight up enemies. And it wasn't even about a guy. It had to do with business. She basically tried to sabotage an entire arena tour. She tried to hire a bunch of people from under me. I'm surprisingly non-confrontational. You wouldn't believe it how much I hate conflict. So now I have to avoid it. It's so awkward, and I don't like it.
Sure, Taylor. Sure, you hate conflict.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
Surprisingly non-confrontational.
Surprisingly non-confrontational Taylor Swift.
That
You can say many things about her. Surprisingly non-confrontational is not one of them.
That is up there with being like, Donna is remarkably calm.
Yeah.
You know, Donna is like the least anxious person I've ever met, and I am sat there like, oh. The next day, Perry tweeted, "Watch out for Regina Georges in sheep's clothing," and later added, "If someone's trying to defame my character, you're going to hear about it." Ooh, what's that temperature? Things are
It's getting hot in here.
heating up. Fans also speculate that Katy clapped back at a Super Bowl performance by dressing her dancers up in costumes that were very similar to the one Swift was wearing at the time.
Left Shark?
Not Left Shark, no. But yay, Left Shark. We'll love that guy. No, she had them in like the little 50s bikinis.
Oh, okay.
And people going, oh my God, that's a Taylor Swift thing. And
Yeah.
not a thing that was also in fashion
Yeah.
a bunch at the time. There was a little bit of sniping between them up until July of 2015. And then Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift, and Perry were doing a lot of subtweeting.
Yeah.
A lot of like...
Throwing a lot of barbs at one another, you
But
know?
like, no one's doing anything directly.
Oh, of course not. It was the style of the time that we would... Subtweeting was huge back in the mid 2010s.
Gorgeous stuff.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj made up. Katy Perry did not. By October of 2015, Taylor Swift is trying to distance herself from the Rolling Stones article, telling GQ, "So I don't necessarily care what people think about it. I just need to divert them away from the easiest target. You know, the one who I wrote the song about. Listen to the song. It doesn't point to any one person or situation."
Can I just say that Bad Blood is a terrible
Oh,
song?
it's rubbish.
It's a rubbish song. It's a overrated music video, but like, it's just, I hate it. It's such a crap song.
In July 2016, after a falling out between Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris that I can't be bothered getting into, Harris tweeted out, "I know you're off tour and you need someone to try and bury like Katy, but I'm not that guy. Sorry, I won't allow it."
My God.
Katy Perry replied with a gif of Hillary Clinton shrugging.
Girl, yes,
That
queen.
shows him.
Oh my God.
Later that year, someone tweeted Katy Perry asking if she'd ever work with Swift again, and she replied, "Sure, if she says sorry."
Oh, shit.
And then we get the big one.
Ah, okay. Yep.
In May of 2017, when asked about the song Bad Blood, Katy Perry replied very blandly that it was empowering. She then went on to say, "One thing to note is you can't mistake kindness for weakness, and don't come for me. Anyone. That's not to any one person, and don't quote me on that because it's not. It's not honestly about that. Honestly, when women come together and they decide to unite, the world is going to be a better place, period. End of story. But let me say this. Everything has a reaction or a consequence, so don't forget about it. Okay, honey? We want to keep it real, honey. This record is not about anyone else. This record is about me being seen and heard so that I can see and hear everyone else. It's not even about me. It's about everything that I see and hear and digest. I think it's about healing for me, and it's about vulnerability. If people can connect and heal and feel vulnerable and feel empowered and strong, God bless, and here it is."
That was beautiful. That was goddamn beautiful. I love that. I'm not mad, but also, f*** off.
It's one of we do this all the time, but I love the phrase, "and another thing."
And another thing.
I'm not upset, but here's a bunch of reasons why I'm not upset. Shortly after that, she released Swish Swish and got made fun of by everyone, including Orange is the New Black Ruby Rose, who just jumped in on Twitter to crap on her.
All right, Ruby Rose, get out of here. Swish Swish, right? One of the worst, like, you know, you think about like music feuds, you get the back and forth, like the Tupac and Biggies and all that kind of stuff.
You get some really good music when two people don't like
when
each
two
other.
people don't like each other. Katy Perry's Swish Swish is the most limp fart of a response. First of all, you're 3 years too late. We've all moved on. We've long since
We're like,
moved.
wait, what was this?
Who are you mad at? Why are you mad at her? Oh, yeah, I guess you were mad. Second of all, even though I think that Taylor Swift's Bad Blood music video is overrated, as I said earlier, it does have celebrities like Zendaya and Cara Delevingne and like all these like popular models and stuff and actors and women who are doing like really big things. Katy Perry has the extended cast of Glow, so not even Alison Brie, Molly Shannon from SNL, and Rob Gronkowski. It's like you've got the most like absolute nobodies in here, but you're being like, oh yes, my big celebrities. It's not funny. It's a terrible song. It's awful.
It's just kind of embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. She says the line, "You're about as cute as an old coupon expired." It's like you're saying that she's as attractive as an expired coupon. What does that even mean?
Well,
I don't need
do
to
you ever feel like a plastic bag?
It's a good point.
You know,
writing is not a strong point, but it's just like the barbs are so weak. It's not about anything, and it's just industry waffle, and no one cares.
I have more of a burn on my chest right now than that song ever produced.
Absolutely,
it's really limp. She then goes on to our favorite pigs. No, scratch that.
Okay.
She then goes on to our least favorite pigs show, James Corden's Late 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 Show.
Yeah, I was going to say it's our least favorite.
Yeah,
pig.
sorry. And explains that it is about backup dancers. So Katy had a group of backup dancers who, when her tour finished, went on to work for Taylor Swift.
Common industry stuff.
And then when Katy went back on tour, Taylor was still underway, but some of the dancers went to work back for her. Which again, I think it's very common if you are working with an artist. I know a lot of Madonna's dancers will stay with her for a long time. I think a lot of like Lady Gaga's dancers kind of...
It makes sense.
And, you know, for whatever reason, those dancers wanted to work with Katy Perry more so than Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
More money, better hours. Who knows? Like, we genuinely have no idea. But it is about that. The Fat Boy himself concludes the interview by saying, would it be enough to just receive a text from Taylor Swift? To just say, is the beef off the grill? And she says, yeah, 100%. Then in May of 2018, Taylor Swift kicks off her new tour and finds a literal olive branch in her dressing room left by Katy Perry.
That's actually quite sweet.
Did you? I thought it was quite dorky.
I mean, it is.
I think it's that I would come into my room and go,
what is this
what
twig?
is that?
What's this twig doing in here? Now, there is dorky. I will give you that. But there is a, like, again, it's very Katy Perry of her, like, you know.
Yes, it is.
Like, that's very like on brand of her. She's a literal person in every way. Like,
she's such a...
her music is very like direct and to the point. Like,
it's on the nose.
Yeah. So like, I think, but yeah, I think that's quite sweet as a thing to do.
Yeah. Like I said, I would just be like, what is this stick?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd put it together.
Mm-hmm.
But then in 2019,
the world healed.
They squashed their beef. They wiped their slates clean. They buried their hatchets, and they're seen hugging on a music video set dressed as a burger and French fries.
Yeah, for the music video, You Need to Calm Down, a song that is about gay people. I have
no idea.
It's really weird. So it like starts off, and it's like Taylor starts talking about her haters on Twitter, being like, "Yeah, you need to calm down," and then she goes on to talk about bigotry and, you know, LGBT suffering and, like, you know, things going on and, like, people being homophobic and, you know, religious fundamentalism.
Yeah.
And then it's about women competing against each other in the music industry. And it's like, that's not really escalated. That's like, we've gone...
No, one of those is worse than the other.
There's no escalation there. It's like haters on Twitter, gay oppression, women in the music industry. It's a real, like, me, Taylor Swift, and I guess... persecuted gays, we are the same.
They are the same.
I know that may be an unfair read on that song, but that's what I got from it.
I don't think I've ever heard the song, so I can't really like tell you anything on it. But...
Yeah, no, it's like it's not the worst song, but it's a bit misplaced.
This is where, not where I'm going to stop this episode, but certainly where this episode kind of reaches its peak. I think this is like the top of Katy's career around this time.
Interesting, okay.
Because In my opinion, every album after Teenage Dream gets progressively worse.
I think that's a pretty fair take. I think that's quite a universal take.
We have Prism, which I didn't enjoy, but it's got like a handful of alright songs.
You know,
Raw is, I didn't like Raw when it came out, and I don't really like it now.
It's a poor man's firework for sure, but like it has a bit of that empowerment thing.
Do you know what it is? It's very divorced mum who's had 3 glasses of rosé.
Oh, absolutely it is. And like, again,
she also keeps like confusing lions and tigers in the song. She does a lot of that.
Dark Horse is bad. It's not a great song.
What's your favorite line from it though?
She's a freak. She don't want no drama. She'll eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. It's something like that, you know?
It's incredible.
It's tasteless is what it is.
Yep. Jeffrey Dahmer was big at the time. We loved that
He
guy.
sure was.
We then get Witness. So, I've been sitting on this. You were out of the house when I listened to Witness. Every song on Witness sounds like the royalty-free music that they use on Dance Moms. And like, as I'm listening to it, I just started having the thought, and I will do this for our Patreon. I will go track by track and tell you, because I have it in my phone, I've written it down.
Okay.
Who I think does the dance in Dance Moms.
Right.
If it is a solo or a group, and what Abby's concept is it. Because every single one sounds, it's like, coming to the stage now, Maddie. In this one, like, they all sound like it. It was driving me nuts.
It's a very interesting one because Katy Perry's Witness is like a notorious bomb. Like, it's one of the biggest album bombs of all time. And a lot of the thing around it was that Katy Perry, it was in 2017, and it was just after the 2016 election. Katy had been like really wanting to move her direction. She was like, I don't want to be tasteless Katy Perry anymore. I want to be taken a bit more seriously. I want to show that there's a bit more depth to Katy Perry. So she like really gets behind Hillary, is like doing a lot of that. She's getting like
using her name. She's using Kate Hudson a little bit around
she's using
this
it around
time
this
as well.
sort of time as well. Like she's getting, you know, she's really sort of changing her image and stuff because she's like, you know, I feel like I over-sexualize myself to like get myself into this career. She's kind of going in a bit more of a mature, serious direction. She says that this album is purposeful pop. That's the thing that she says about it, that this is a real change in her career and direction and what she's wanting to do. And it comes out and it is like just the first single off of it is Chained to the Rhythm, which is about how pop music is bad and you're stupid for listening to it, which like is one of the most like kind of destructive things about that you go, that was you.
That was your opening gambit.
Yeah, you're Katy Perry, and you're saying that I, a Katy Perry fan, am stupid for listening. That's your opening bit,
which is so off-putting.
Yeah,
as an audience.
And then like the music video comes out, and it's like she kind of makes another like within it. It's like a dystopian theme park, and they're all dressed like Hunger Games characters and stuff. And they're going, and it's like talking about global warming and house prices falling and stuff. And it's like, you're an idiot. All this stuff is going on around you, and all you want is your silly, shallow, shitty pop music. That's all that you want.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're Katy Perry. You can't be
What
saying...
are you doing? You wrote California Girl.
You can't
so hot we melt your popsicle.
You're shooting cream out your boobs. Like, what are you talking about? And like, it's the whole thing of being like, again, kind of like Madonna's album where she was like, oh, I'm going to be like a bit more serious and stuff and talk about like...
You don't hear any of it. It's so bland.
It's so bland and boring and like... And then you've got Swish Swish on there, which again is just like a limp fart of a record that's about like...
That is a group jazz routine, by the way. Chloe's in the front, but it's controversial.
But you're just like talking about like, oh yeah, industry beef and being like, but it's like, isn't this album about being bigger than this? Isn't this album about like...
No, because it just keeps being about that.
Yeah, and like, I could go on and on about it. Bon Appetit is an awful song about, you know...
I really didn't like it.
It's like, it's so gross. It's about food and sex, but it's like the metaphor doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she doesn't understand what's sexy about it. I don't want to f*** a Sunday dinner. It's like, Like, it's just like, oh God, it's so gross and just...
And like I said, none of that comes through because I am just listening to it and going, this sounds like a song that Abby Lee Miller would go, so it's about a car crash.
And I think the thing is like,
and Mackenzie, you're the car, you know?
You go back and like Teenage Dream is such a great album.
It's so fun. It's fun and it's funny.
I think, and I say that again, I say this completely unironically, I think it's one of the best pure pop albums because like there's a lot of very good pop albums that come out, but a lot of them are kind of like aiming for something a bit higher, you know. You think of like Madonna's like Ray of Light. It's like there's a bit more of like a spiritual, more mature element to it. Katy Perry is going for bubblegum pop.
Yes.
And she just hits that note so perfectly throughout
There's so
all
many
of it.
songs of that I associate with getting ready before going out with my friends or like...
And it's like a mad like 5 number ones off of one album.
Yeah. She was one of the first women in history to do that.
Yeah, and it's like, you can see why. It's so perfect. There's not any inch of fat on it except for the song Peacock, but let's not ignore that one.
Like, Peacock is fun, if nothing else. Like, it's an album track and you go, eh.
Yeah, but no, like, a lot of, like, you know, in the past, like, 5 years, they came out with, like, oh, yeah, what's the best album of the decade? And, like, a lot of Katy Perry's Teenage Dream was high on a lot of people's lists, and I don't think that that is unfair in any way whatsoever. So going forward, and it's just, like, this whole very, like, you know, trying to recapture that magic and then being like, I'm very serious. I'm going to cut my hair nice and short so it's all blonde and no one likes the look of it. I'm not wearing any revealing outfits. I'm wearing like very, like, trying to be very mature, very there. But it's very obvious is the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't come off as sincere. And this was another thing that we'd been discussing. It's really hard to figure out who Katy Perry is. And not in that, like, parasocial, like, I want to know about this person. Through researching these people, you get a really good idea of like the person. Like we go through like Walt Disney and you go, oh, he's really anxious.
Yeah.
Like, and nothing about that ever says that, but you just get that impression. I tend to do a thing where like when I'm writing these of imagining what the person I'm writing does when they're home alone.
Yeah.
So what is this person doing when no one else is there? I just can't imagine it because I think, and you said this as we were watching one of the documentaries, Katy Perry's only famous.
Yeah.
And I think because she started at such a young age, she's such like an eyes on the prize, like that's what I want to do. It's really hard to know what else there is. And in albums like that, it really shows because you're saying things that sound very personal, but don't feel very personal. It's like Katy Perry does a lot of interviews where she sounds like she's being very honest, but it doesn't feel, it's all very surface level.
It's so surface level.
And hey, if that is deliberate, then like good on you to protect that piece. I think that's important to do in those situations. It's just hard when you're trying to be that personal in your art as well.
Yeah. Like, again, her shallowness was, I think, more of an advantage, but then, you know, climates changed, things changed, the world got more political. Yeah. And yeah, being a shallow Katy Perry at that point, I can see why in 2017 you go, I can't be this anymore.
Because also being older as well, you go, I don't want to spray cream out of my tits all day.
Yeah, no,
I
absolutely.
do,
Yeah.
but like, you know, each to their own.
Yeah, but no, there's definitely the commercial thing of like, you know, stars are getting a lot more political. They're throwing their weight behind like politicians and stuff, which like, I think now we're sort of seeing the other side of that. I think we're going
back the other way because people are kind of fatigued on it. Yeah. And we'll always see that go back.
Yeah, that'll come and go. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's interesting. There's nothing that hits on a deeper or truer level. It's not that thing of you're saying something so personal it becomes universal. You're just saying something universal.
Yeah.
Really. We then get Smile, which, if I'm being really honest, I didn't listen to. I was kind of too... I didn't want to listen. In this week, I had hit my critical mass of what Katy Perry I could listen to. And I started it and I turned it off because I just couldn't hear her voice.
Yeah, no, I have listened to it when it came out. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. That's a really good song. Like, Never Really Over, I think is what it's called. But That's like her best song that she's had since, I think Teenage Dream.
Then we got, is it 143 or 143?
Who cares? It's terrible.
It's a woman's world and you're looking to be women. I hate woman's world. That Barbie movie feminism drives me. I'm about as upset as I am about fancy beef burgers.
Yep.
It's about the same level of aggy I get. Just doesn't mean anything to me. Like, that song is so patronizing.
Yeah, it's bad. It's all bad.
It is the most 2010s Tumblr feminism that we've seen, and it just shows you how badly that is aged.
It's so insincere. And she also worked with Dr. Luke for it. So bad.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Like, absolute garbage.
Don't write a song about female empowerment
with Dr. Luke.
With Dr. Luke. You can see why that would be, may undermine what you're saying a little bit.
The thing I did have about 143 is, and I immediately told this to you, because I've just been trying to keep these thoughts to myself. The Dance Moms one hasn't left me. I can't stop thinking about it. I had to tell you this one because every song on this album sounds like a song that you hear on a European holiday.
Yeah,
and you go, what is this?
Yeah,
they keep playing it.
It really did. And then you sent me a couple of them. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it does. It absolutely does.
They all sound like Euro trash. People did not like that album.
No, and I can see why. It's not good.
Woman's World, like I said, it's one of the most embarrassing things. I got embarrassed listening to it. Yeah. It's that thing of I was really scared that someone would be like, hey, what are you listening to? And I have to go, oh, God, I'm listening to Katy Perry's Woman World.
I have that whenever anyone asks me what I'm listening to at any point.
Oh, I live in such fear of it.
You ever ask, like, the worst question you can ask someone of, like, what music do you listen to? I'm like, and then I can't remember any song that's ever existed ever.
Despite this, Katy Perry continues to be in the public consciousness. She keeps like showing up.
No, she sure does.
She sure does. And like the most recent one has been a relationship and suspected separation from actor Orlando Bloom.
Oh my goodness.
And there was also, do you remember there was a really little incident not too long ago where she went to space?
I do remember her going to space and it being a real okay.
What an actual joke.
Yeah, that is sort of the thing of and now I will push back a little bit when people are like, why would she do this? And if someone said to me, do you want to go to space?
No, thank you. That sounds scary and like I'd have an existential crisis. I don't need to see everything I've ever known and understood from a distance. Thank you.
That's fair. That's a fair point. But I would probably be I'd at least think about it. I don't know whether I would or not, but I can't blame someone for saying, yes, I want to go to space.
No, I'm going to blame Katy Perry for
But I do think it's it's a bit tone deaf to be why would you be going? It's not a good look for you.
It's really rough. So April 14th of 2025, as part of the Origin Blue space mission.
Do you want to know something awesome about that date?
Go on.
Katy Perry went to space, and our first podcast released, and it was my sister's birthday.
Hey,
so there we go.
It's a great day.
What a great day! Everything happened.
That is a great day.
Yeah.
It also was the first only women's space flight since 1963, which is very notable. I will not. She got so much backlash for this. It's not even funny.
I think I think there is absolutely criticism to be had, and I don't think it's unfair. I do think people were really did go a little bit too hard on her for it.
No, I disagree because she was doing a bunch of very daft interviews. She just was making herself look so foolish in the lead up to it. They kept asking her things, and she just had very girl math, girl dinner answers. She was really playing into this ditzy thing.
Yeah.
It's gross because it was kind of a marketing opportunity for Amazon.
Yeah.
It overshadows Amanda Wynn's involvement.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the whole reason for it. And it's also at a time where spending a lot of money and environmental things are huge for people.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that you go, that you should have figured out.
Yeah, I think it's the thing of it is the most thing about it is it's so tone deaf. I think that's the thing of just not being able to read the room. And I think that's been Katy Perry's biggest flaw
for some
time now, is not reading the cultural zeitgeist, which I think is the thing of that she was so good at
Yeah.
in her early career, you know. And like again, we look and we go, oh, it's tasteless, it's gross, but it's like that's what.
But that's what we wanted
That's
at the
what we
time.
wanted at the
Everything
time.
was very tasteless and gross.
Yeah.
This is very different. And Lily Allen responded saying, "What the f- is that? Don't they send real people to space to do real fucking things?"
Shut up, Lily Allen. I don't care what you have to say. Shut
No,
up.
again, I'm sorry. I'm on Lily's side on this one. Why?
You are such a Lily Allen apologist.
Look, no, I'm not. I just don't agree
I'm
with Katy
Team
Perry.
Kate Nash all the way, all right?
Oh, I'm on Team Kate Nash as well.
No. This is you're this Lily Allen stuff. I'm not.
Look, do you know who else agreed with Lily Allen?
Go on.
Orlando Bloom, who was reported to say that the whole thing looked ridiculous.
I mean, it did. Like, I can't.
He was dead against it, and that's the other thing. I think if I got the offer to go to space and you went, Donna, that makes you look like an asshole.
But yeah, no, it's. I think that people, again, everything you're saying is correct. I think that it's like I say. I think the thing of it is, it's so tone deaf and so just like,
Yeah,
what
it's
are you
all
doing?
of the bits together. It's the Amazon. It's the reason for it actually taking place to begin with, and you just
Yeah.
kind of
But
you got out and kissed the ground.
Yeah.
Like she's just,
Oh, she's so cringe, and it's like,
and it's all of this stuff that again she just hasn't seen that the times have changed, because
Yeah.
in 2010 that'd have been so charming.
I think that's
we
it. Like,
love that sort of thing, and she
Mhm.
just hasn't quite put one and two together yet, because now she's on the Lifetime tour making a total ass of herself.
again, but then it's like she's been doing this for a while. Like, she had a residency in Las Vegas, and she was singing with a giant toilet with a puppet poo coming out and singing her songs with her. And it's like, Katie, what are you doing? Like, and it's the thing of, again, going back to Witness, she tried to take herself seriously, didn't work. So she's like, well, I'll just go back to what I know. And it's like, but that doesn't work.
That doesn't work either.
That doesn't work in like a different way. And it's just, it's an interesting one.
Mhm.
And I think that I think this is the first one that we've had where we really have to ask the question, is Katy Perry an icon?
That's what I was going to kind of lead up to. And like, I've really, really thought about it, because I don't want it to be that in saying no, that I am like damning a person on this show. It's not
We've
like
had people who are way worse.
that we have said are icons. So,
Well, before you jump into your conclusion, I'm going to say, if you haven't already, please follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We are going to be starting our YouTube channel, which is How to Be an Icon. You can also follow us here on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever your podcast platform of choice is. Please, please, please give us a 5-star review and a comment. Thank you to Claire Penn, who said on our Anthony Bourdain episode that she loved it and wished it was longer.
no, you don't.
No, you don't. And also to our wonderful Casey Lee.
Casey Lee.
Who also left a comment on our Anthony Bourdain episode saying that she got very tearful at the end of it. So
You're an absolute sweetheart. Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much. And like I say, if you want to get your thoughts read out, please leave a comment on this episode. What your favorite Katy Perry album, moment, song,
haircut,
rockabilly dress, any of it. Please do. But yes, is Katy Perry an icon? It's like...
So, she has sold 143 million records.
Mm-hmm.
Teenage Dream went platinum 5 times, and she is one of the best-selling music artists in history.
Yeah.
She has outsold artists such as Jay-Z.
Yeah.
One of the documentaries that I watched, The Outrageous World of Katy Perry, has someone saying, at 25, Madonna likely didn't think she would be doing what she's doing at 55. I'm sure everyone thought she was a flash in the pan, and I think Katy Perry is that kind of artist. I think she's Madonna 2.0. Now, that quote was made in 2012.
I can see that.
I don't think Katy Perry is an icon, unfortunately. But you made a very, very good point earlier.
Yeah.
That Teenage Dream is an iconic album.
Absolutely. 100%.
Can't argue that, because it is so...
It set the tempo for the first half of the decade.
Yeah, it is what that decade looks and sounds like. It's
Yeah.
what you think of. It's all the bright neon colors.
Yeah.
It's girls being a little bit cheeky.
Yeah.
And a lot of that. you can't separate 2010s culture from Katy Perry.
You can't.
Either. It's all of those things. It's Tumblr, it's Twitter, it's all of the like...
And like even the flops, they're still very 2010 coded. Like, you know, Witness comes after the Donald Trump election, like the first one, and like that's a big factor in why it looks and sounds like that.
I just don't think she has the lasting impact, or as much of a lasting impact as some of her contemporaries, as some other people who were also making music.
So I think that Katy Perry is an icon of the 2010s. Absolutely. I think that. There's a little bit of like, it's a little early to like call time on is she an icon? Because again, we don't know in the next 20 years she might have like a real career revival. But we're talking about it right now, right here, 2025, like, you know, the position that we're in. And I think it's like some artists are just kind of like icons. Britney Spears is an icon.
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera isn't an icon.
Yeah.
They are two people who came up through the very similar means and very similar ways and very similar sort of style of music. But Britney is an icon. She has it.
It's Britney, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch. Christina doesn't. And like, it's the same thing.
It's that
here.
it factor. It's that really hard to pin down.
It's that thing of like, what this whole show is about, of how to be an icon, of like, what is that kind of intangible quality that this person has or someone doesn't necessarily have. And I don't know what it is about Katy Perry. I think it's just that she didn't evolve.
Yes.
She never moved on.
Yeah, and that's the point I had. She seems to be trying too hard. And in the like cultural space that we're in now, especially with like millennial, Gen Z, millennial, the worst thing you can do is be millennial cringe. That's
and she's
so unappealing to
she's so
to everyone.
millennial core.
And I think it's that is causing her to increasingly fall out of relevance.
Yeah.
Like I said, I keep making this comparison. It's like watching your mom or your aunt. It's that like, oh, come on, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Because it's not developed since then.
No.
I'd love her to come out with something that does change that conversation, because I love Teenage Dream. I really, really do. And
I do get a kick out of Katy Perry, you know. I think
she's fun.
I think she's fun. I think, you know, she is dorky and like, you know, silly, and I think it just comes across in the wrong way now. It's like, I think that putting an olive branch into someone's dressing room to try to apologize to them, yeah, it's so stupid, but like I can't help but be charmed by it. And there's a lot of Katy Perry stuff that I'm like, I think the thing is like, one thing that you cannot say against her, even when she's doing stupid things like kissing the ground after going to space, she is so sincere.
She is.
She's so sincere.
She does mean it.
She does mean it. And like, she's sincere to a fault. Like, it's a problem.
I think that's the problem. She's sincere to a fault, yeah.
Yeah, she hears, do you want to go to space? And she doesn't think about the like how that would look. She's like, no, that's gonna be so empowering. Yeah, I'm going to space. And it's like, no, that's a terrible idea.
No, that's a very, very good point.
And like, I think it's unfortunate that that's the thing that we'd have to take away from it, of like, I think my lesson for Katy Perry, my cautionary tale would be, look ahead. Like, don't just go with what is popular right now. You gotta be a couple steps ahead and like, you know, be sincere and do all that, but just like, and take yourself just a little bit more seriously, you know, like, being a joke is fine and all, but you want to be a punchline, not a joke.
That's it.
Like, you don't want to be just, you know, people just like, oh yeah, Katy Perry went to space. And it's like, that in and of itself shouldn't be a joke. Yeah,
like, you shouldn't laugh at that statement.
You shouldn't laugh at that statement.
But it comes at a time when it cuts to then her on a tour and she's like lightsaber fighting a guy and doing her little herky-jerky dance.
Yeah.
Where, because I saw a clip before we started recording this where she's going, people say I can't dance, then does a terrible dance and moons the audience.
Yeah.
And you go, Katie, not to be like that, but you're 40.
You're 40.
You're a mother.
Please.
Please.
Orlando's leaving you.
Because you went to space.
I'll title this "How to Be an Icon." Orlando Bloom's ex ?
iPhone 4 giveaway.
iPhone 4 giveaway.
Link in bio. Katy Perry is definitely an icon of the 2010s. I think the same way that you said Paula Abdul is an icon of the 80s.
Yeah.
She has her moment in time, and it's really important.
Yeah.
Both like culturally and personally, because
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for all that. She's got to do summit soon.
This has been a really, really... we've done a lot of like different episodes to what we've done previously.
It's been fun. I needed to do someone who doesn't die at the end.
It's true.
You were making fun of me that everyone I do, and everyone I have to sit down and go, and then they were found dead at this hotel, and it sucked, and it was really bumming me out.
So you're like, I'll do someone who's alive and someone who we can get a lot of material out of, and we sure have. We've definitely gotten...
I hope your marriage works out, Katie.
I do too.
Oh, but thank you so much for joining us, everyone. This has been an absolute blast. I'm going to go cover myself in aloe vera gel.
Yes, and if you haven't already, please follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or whatever it is that you are listening to us on. Leave us a review and leave us a comment. We really do appreciate it. We'll be back next week with an episode on the real Superman himself, Christopher Reeves will be that one. So look forward to that. I've been Jarred Jones. I've been joined by Donna Cameron. Space home safe, y'all.